Welcome back to Philly Sports Unfiltered. Guys, I think we got some bad news about James Harden. Some really bad news. It's not as bad as it could be, but it is still a little bit bad in my opinion. So let's get straight into this. So, James Harden is expected to sign a short-term extension with the Philadelphia 76ers. I know a lot of people were worried, was Daryl Morey about to give this man a max extension after the trash that he put up after being traded to the Sixers? I think, when James Harden first came to Philly, we were all excited. Those first few games, he was on fire. He was dropping like 15 assists a game. The offense was flowing. We were getting flashbacks of old James Harden, back in Houston. But then he kind of, dropped back down to earth, and we saw a lot of his physical limitations. Obviously, he's not in the best of shape. He hasn't taken care of his body. And he came up really small. He came up small in the playoffs. He came up small in big moments. Just physically, he's not allowed, he's not able to blow past people anymore. And he just was a shell of the man that we hoped we were getting. And this man is getting massive money. He is getting huge money. So a lot of us, we were sweating bullets. Is this man about to get a 5-year extension? So I guess we have a little bit of good news in the fact that it doesn't seem like the Sixers are going to give him that max extension, but it does seem like he's not only going to opt in to his player option, but on top of that, he is going to get a further contract extension. So let's get into some of these details. So Jake Fisher from Bleacher Report, he chimed in and said that James Harden is returning to the Philadelphia 76ers on a shorter term contract. So he is expected to pick up that player option, but then the Sixers are going to extend him even further. Now, if you remember, that player option is for $47.4 million next year, and he has to opt into this within the next 2 weeks. The opt-in deadline is going to be on June 29th. So my guess, if they're going to bring him in on a shorter term deal, I assume if he opts into that player option, if they're going to give him a shorter term deal, my guess is it's going to be somewhere in the range of a 2 to 3 year extension on top of that player option. So, it's not going to be the 5. I assume it's going to be for still huge money. It's probably going to be in the $40-some million range still. James, was rumored to maybe be willing to take a little bit of a discount if it means surrounding the Sixers with some talent. Frankly, I don't believe it, because I think the man is about his money. He likes going out. He enjoys the finer things in life, all the stupid outfits that he rocks, heading to the court on the games. But overall, what is my feeling on this? What is my read on this? I think this is a mistake. I thought that it was a mistake trading for him, in the beginning. If you guys saw some of my earlier videos, I was really kind of in the Tyrese Halliburton camp. I wanted to build young, put somebody next to Maxey and Embiid that could grow for a couple of years. Harden, I just think he's past his prime. I don't think he's a dude that takes care of his body. And I think it was a mistake trading for him when we had younger talent on the table. And now, after seeing what he was, would I let him just walk away and just totally trash the assets that we gave up for him? Personally, what I would probably do is I would be looking for a sign and trade type of deal. Now, maybe this is what that is, but if it's me, if I'm in Daryl Morey's shoes, I would be looking to, first, scan and see if there's somebody that's interested in Harden, see if somebody's interested in this player, and seeing what type of assets that I could recoup in a sign and trade. So, maybe you extend him for an additional 2 years. You have him locked down for 3 years, and you're saying, I have this player locked down for 3 years. He can come in and maybe in a Chris Paul type of role, he can come in for you. He can be a distributor. Maybe he can be a solid third option, a solid floor general for a team that's really ready to compete, where the pressure of scoring doesn't really have to be on him, and he can just focus on passing, dropping some assists, and just running the ball up and down the court. I think that would be the best move. But for a moment, I just want to go back and I want to look at these two players, side by side, because this is the player that I wanted. I wanted Tyrese Halliburton. There was a deal on the table, allegedly, where the Sixers could have gotten Halliburton and they could have gotten Buddy Hield. And I mean, let's just look at the stats, okay? So first of all, they're the same size, in terms of height. They're both 6'5". Harden is obviously, he's a bit older, he's a bit more well-fed, so he has a little bit more weight on him. He can do a little bit more in the post. Obviously, Harden is still averaging more points per game than Halliburton. Halliburton's still at 15.3, but he's still developing as a scorer. They're both very good at assists. Obviously, Harden is one of the tops in the league, averaging 10.3 a year last season. Halliburton was at 8.2, but Halliburton is still really good at getting to the hole. He is really good at assisting. But this is the thing where it starts to get more interesting for me, and this is why I was more interested in the player. So overall, Halliburton is shooting 47% from the field, whereas Harden was much, much more inefficient. And he was shooting only 41% from the field. That is really not that good. And also the three-point shooting percentage is a massive difference. Harden was only shooting 33% from the field. I mean, that is below average for somebody who's, supposed to be, famous for, that step back three. Shooting 33% from the field from three. It's trash for me. It's garbage. Halliburton was way better. He was at 41%, and he's actually averaged 41% for his career. Harden has only ever been a career 36% three-point shooter. They're both very good at free throws. Harden is a little bit higher, but overall, Halliburton, he's younger, he's faster, he's quicker, he's a better shooter, he's a more efficient basketball player, he has a lot more speed, he has a lot more pop. I think he would have been a great pair with Tyrese Maxey. I think he would have paired well with Embiid. And man, it's going to piss me off for a long time that we didn't get this guy. But what say you? What do you guys think about this Harden extension that's rumored? Are you happy it's not a max? I think most people probably are. Are you hoping that it's a sign and trade? Let me know in the comment section below. What do you hope that this means? Do you hope it means that Harden is coming back? Do you hope that it means that Daryl Morey is looking for a sign and trade deal? Let me know in the comment section below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.